Right now, I'm setting everything for the call, just waiting for the members to join up. About to run a little psychology call for the weekend and possibly just go over a couple things on the charts. In the meantime, I really just want to let you guys know yesterday I really had nothing to record. I didn't look at the charts. I was not interested in taking no trades, not even demo trading, seeing what had happened throughout the night. I already expected New York to just be crazy. It was kind of crazy because we had a rally up all the way to, I want to say, Asian session highs and the previous day's highs. But still, afternoon, in the New York session, we had a 250-point drop. We've seen these market conditions before, and it's just a matter of de-risking. I would start to trade the micros, right? But still, it's very hard to predict the next move. Like, I was very bullish, and I can assure you that a lot of people wanted to see all-time highs get broken into this week, but you never know what to expect with the news, right? It's currently the weekend. We don't know how the market's going to open. Probably we'll have a even bigger push to the downside. We might have a gap form tomorrow at market open, but who knows, right? Um, I just really want to tell you guys that if you can learn as much from these current conditions right now, once the noise fades away, especially with tariffs and everything else, like we should be good when it comes to reading price action. I'll catch you guys once I'm on the call. So I ended up having more of a personal call with two of the members in the team. We ended up giving out some value, some guidance. And the main thing these two individuals have in common, and it was something that I would struggle with a lot when I first started trading, they couldn't understand how to build that confidence in their system and in the things that they were learning. And when I first started, I really just couldn't believe what I was looking at and what I was researching because I was not that, I felt like I wasn't very informed. And that's what I was telling them. Like, we feel like it's not real. The background that they come from is the same background I come from. It's working a job, being at work every day, working for your money, getting paid at the end of the week. And trading really makes you, it really desensitizes you from, is that the right word? You become less attached to money, like now the perspective that we have when it comes to money, it's very different to the perspective of a person that works for their money 40 hours a week and expects a certain amount of money at the end of the week, right? Trading can feel kind of surreal because I've seen it with my own eyes and I've touched that money already. Before I got my payout, I managed to make I had a good trade where I made $1,200 from my bed. Like I was laying in bed, took a trade. It was a winner, and the next day I had a small win, so I qualified for the payout. And in the next couple of days, like I touched that money, you know. And the background that I have when it comes to jobs is like this doesn't feel real. But what I told him was it's just a matter of understanding the opportunity and how big this is because I feel like when I first started and they're in the same scenario that I was in, I feel like when you first start, if you come from this background, this is your mindset and your mentality. You just you just feel like it's not real, so you don't take it as serious as it should be. It's like, oh, you make $3,000 and then you get the money. Is it that simple? It is that simple, but you guys know by now. You guys should know that it's not that simple to understand what you're doing. And it's just overcoming that mentality that is instilled within us. Many people, including myself, we feel kind of guilty because like that was the feeling I felt. Like it was kind of like guilt when I got so much money in a couple minutes, and I felt like I had to tell everybody, and I couldn't comprehend how some people just don't risk it and learn this great skill, right? But it's just something you got to realize, you can't save everybody. Trading really changes who you are. It really changes you from within. It built a sense of urgency within myself that I haven't seen since I was young. Like I told you guys, I think I mentioned this on the previous video. When I was 15, when I was playing sports, I had that chip on my shoulder, you know? And now with trading, it's like it brought that spark back up. And in my case, like it just showed me that I always wanted to better myself. I always wanted to level up. I was never content with the current job that I had or anything. Like I was going from one job to another. In the span of 5 years, I had over 5 different jobs. I want to say 4 to 5 different jobs in different areas. I'm not saying like, oh, I just didn't feel like I was good enough for this. Like when I was a correction officer, security guard, I felt like I was very good at that because of how I carry myself. I'm always like very alert and everything. So like I like that, you know? I like law enforcement and all that stuff, but like I just felt like I had more in myself. So I switched to another industry, same thing there, so on and so forth, right? But with trading, it's like it's you don't know what to expect, and it all comes down to your preparation. And at the end of the day, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it's about the money too, you know? But you really got to come to that level of self-awareness. That's why when I speak about self-awareness, how trading really changes you from within, I feel like many people don't understand that perspective. I hope I can share this and make it like a vivid image in your mind. This might be the missing link that you needed to become profitable, or just even take a different approach and just watch how changing your mentality and really just being more self-aware takes you to another level. You know, like for me, it's not when it comes to trading and these calls that I do with the team, I don't really focus on teaching people my strategy. I don't really focus on teaching people that what I do is right, because I've seen from multiple people that it doesn't matter what you're trading, you can make money. I'm not really too much of a, oh, strategy this, strategy that. Like if it makes sense to you, if you know what you're looking at, if you know how to enter and exit a position, you're pretty much set. But I feel like the psychology part of trading was the breaking point for me. I was not how I am now when I got funded. And if I'm being honest with you guys, when I got funded, like still felt like I did not know what I was doing. I managed to get a payout, and clearly the results speak for themselves. Like I do know what I'm doing, but internally that was that conflict. It's like, damn, like I feel like every profitable trader has to overcome this phase that I'm currently in, where it's like you're profitable, you know what you're doing, but it's that thought in the back of your head that is just keeping you stuck at break even. It pretty much this is the break even stage where I'm at right now. And it's just I know so much, but at the same time, like I feel like I don't know as much, especially with these market conditions, bro. It's just crazy, right? And it just makes me like second guess everything. It's like, damn, do I really know everything? But it comes with experience. And that's why we hear a lot of people talk about it took them 5 years, 4 years, 2 years, whatever, right? But it is really important for you to understand that it's going to take a minute. It is. And to some, including me, it's frustrating, right? We want to change our life now. We know what's possible. We get frustrated with ourselves, but being consistent, being patient, doing it one day after the other, sticking to your plan, sticking to your rules, establishing a routine that is getting you better day in and day out and not deviating you from your goal. Trust me, we all want to party, we all want to go out, distract ourselves with our friends, we all want to enjoy life and not care about and really not care about anything else but just freedom, right? But would you rather 5 years of pain for 50 years of freedom, or 5 years of freedom for 50 years of pain? You know, we all see these motivational edits, we all see these motivational quotes, and it's like they pretty much fly over your head if you don't really make sense of it. Trust me, it really is that simple. But at the same time, like, it's very hard. So only the most disciplined people, only the people that really want this shit are the ones that succeed. That's why they're called the 1%. It's not easy for everyone to lock in. It's not easy for everyone to put their head down when there is so many distractions around us, and putting in the work is boring and hard, but partying and spending time with your friends, it's easy and fun, you know? But yeah, I hope this opened a new door for you guys and gave you guys more clarity into what I'm speaking about, and just really can set you guys up for what's next to come for you guys. But for me, that will be pretty much it for this week. I am sorry I didn't record yesterday, but I really just didn't have anything to say. I don't want to say I couldn't find time, but like I just really couldn't come up with anything that would benefit you guys, you know? Like, I'm not over here just trying to push content just to push the content. I'm trying to give you guys the keys. I'm trying to show you guys what is going to separate you and put you way ahead of where you're at now with a couple simple steps, you know? But yeah, tomorrow, Sunday, it's Father's Day. I'm going to be celebrating with my family. Stay tuned for Monday's video. Stay tuned for what's to come. With that being said, if you guys want to join the community, you guys can check the links down below in the description. I host calls like this. And if you're in the Discord, I pretty much just cater to your answers. If you have anything specifically, like today's questions were pretty much just perfect. And I relate to whatever. Trust me, like I pretty much relate to anything you're currently going to in the first stages. We've all been there. We've all been beginners. We've all second guessed ourselves. We've all had these moments where like we feel stuck, you know, and what better way of overcoming that with the group of people who are just in the same position or who have overcame the same things that you are going through. With that being said, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. See you guys in the next one.